I'm a keynote speaker, but I guess we could say my big break came at my high school graduation. I went back into the depths of my old Gmail account to pull that very first speech that I ever wrote. And I thought it'd be like a fun full circle moment if I wrote it to all of you today. Be kind and remember I wrote it when I was 17. The word graduation is worth 12 points in the game of Scrabble, but high school graduation is one of the most important days in the average person's life. Earlier in the year, in my public speaking class, our teacher asked us to write an extended metaphor in small groups. My group was given the prompt, "Life is like," and someone in the group yelled out Scrabble. At first, I just laughed at him, but the more that I thought about it, I realized the comparison really did work. Here's a quick review of the rules for those of us who don't play every day. You start with 7 letters, and you lay them out on the board starting at the center square to spell out words. As the game goes on, you must connect the words with existing ones as you replace the letters that you've used from a bag of extras. The center square is sort of like our hometown. As the game goes on, some of us will build our words close to that square and not venture very far, whereas others will end their game on the complete opposite side of the board. Those 7 letters that you start out with at the beginning of the game represent the world that you're born into. And just like in the game, you have to make the most of what you're given. Some are given more than others in both cases. In the game, one player may start out with letters that could easily be made into words, whereas the next player is given a Q and a Z and only one vowel among their letters. These people are the ones that inspire me. Somehow, they make it through their first few turns and are able to pull the perfect letters out of the bag to make their awful start into something amazing. In my mind, those tiles that are pulled out of the bag are like the people that we meet along the way in life. People like friends, teachers, and coworkers. Where these tiles are laid down on the board to make more words is like creating relationships with them. Those relationships are the building blocks for the rest of the game. However, some of these letters stay around a little longer than you originally expected them to. But these are like the people that make the biggest difference in your life. Those letters that stick around for a long time usually end up on the board as a part of a longer word. Long words are the long-term goals and aspirations of the Scrabble world. You need to plan ahead in order to have everything line up on the board just right and to get the word to fit correctly. In life, it's important to do this as well. We need to look to the future and plan ahead to make sure that we can achieve the things that we dream of. When doing this, it's important to remember that every tile that you lay on the board is there for good. Just as in life, you can't go back in time. You can, however, build off of what you've done in the past. Even if you put down a short word to pass a turn, you can go back later and connect letters to it to make it worth a ton of points. Maybe high school wasn't your best 4 years academically, but if you're willing to plan ahead and put the work into college or whatever your next step is, you could end up being one of the most successful people in our graduating class. Unfortunately, no matter how well you plan ahead in life, there's always the element of surprise. In the game, these surprises may come in the form of an uncommon letter, but when you overcome a challenge in the game of life, the reward is always greater. Challenges give you the strength that you need to make it through life. In order to win the game of Scrabble, you must use all the letters on your rack and not have any letters left in the bag to replace missing ones. Winning the game is like coming to a point in your life where you've defeated all of your challenges that you've encountered, made lasting and significant relationships with those that matter in your life, and you've built the future that you've been dreaming of for so long. Winning is happiness, and I wish that to each and every one of you. But there is one big difference between Scrabble and life. In the game, there's only one winner. But that doesn't have to be the case in life. Every one of us has a chance to be happy. Now go out and make the most of your game. It's our turn.